All right, guys, welcome back. We're on foundational movement number 6, the push jerk. So I'll show you a few first from the front. And from the side. Okay, so as you can see, there's a couple more moving parts in this one now. A little bit more complicated than the push press, but still very simple to understand once you break it into its component parts. What I can relate the push jerk to most easily is a jump and a catch. So realistically, it starts with a dip, and then a drive, and then a drop, and then a catch. But if you make it a little bit easier and just jump and catch with your arms locked out, that is basically the push jerk. So some things that we're going to see: the feet are going to start underneath the hips, and when we land, they're going to end up maybe shoulder width apart, but not wider than that. So we can't let those feet open up too wide, from hip width to shoulder width. Another thing that we really need to see with the push jerk is when we land, the arms are fully extended. So we can't be jumping, landing with arms bent, and locking out on the way up. Eventually, with heavier weight, that won't work. The next thing would be that we need to really get hip extension. If we don't ever jump, we won't get as much power into the bar as we want to. So some ways to attack those three things. One would be, like I said, jumping. You can start without the bar, you can start with your hands at your shoulders, and literally jump and catch. That's going to ensure that those hips get totally open and you use as much power from your lower body as possible. Like the push press, if we dip forward at all, we're likely to jump forward or push the bar forward. So dipping with a vertical chest and keeping that bar in line with the body is going to be very important in the push jerk. Third thing would be probably landing with those arms totally locked out. So how do I do this? I need to get under that bar as quickly as possible. If I make this jump and land too slow, those arms won't move quick enough to lock out. So if I can get under the bar faster, those arms have more time to lock, and then I can finish the movement with the legs. So let's watch a few again real quick from the side. As you can see, it's a very rapid turn from up to down. The more speed you can use, or the more speed you have in transition from up to down, the faster those arms will get locked out, and the faster you will complete the movement. So one other thing that I should probably mention is when we land, we need to land with all of the foundations of a good squat. That butt should be back, the knees should be out, and the weight should be in the heels. When we're landing, we can't be catching with the hips forward. That's going to take that bar and move it all over the place. It's going to be a lot harder to catch. As well, those knees need to stay out. So if we're landing with those knees in, a lot of the same stresses as the air squat are going to be placed on those knees. So landing in a nice solid position, feet shoulder width apart, butt back, weight in the heels, knees out, all of the pieces that we saw already with the air squat. That's going to do it for our foundational movement number 6, the push jerk.